channel where today I'll be doing makeup inspired by my zodiac sign. So my zodiac sign is Pisces. I'm actually a Pisces Scorpio, but for this video we're just going to focus on the Pisces. And Pisces are a very pastel kind of sign, very opposite to how I usually do my makeup, so I thought it'd be really fun to film this just so I can try out a slightly new style for me. But before I start rambling, we're actually going to get started. For my primer, I'm going to be using this e.l.f. Luminous Putty Primer. If you saw my last video, you will know that I do not recommend this. If you do want to get into e.l.f. primers, because they are very good primers, I would highly recommend the Poreless Putty Primer instead. It is so much better than this one. This one has glitter in it, so it's a little bit weird. Not a huge fan of it, but we're using it because I don't want to waste product. As most people are probably aware, Pisces is a water sign. I feel like it is one of the most obvious signs in terms of which element it represents. So I definitely want to do a very flowy makeup look, and I also want to keep it in the pastels because water, pastels, greens and pinks and blues is going to be my main colour palette for this one. So I'm going to start out with a white eyeliner just to get some nice flowy shapes on. This is the Super Beauty Hydra eyeliner in white. And I'm just going to focus on making them very swirly, very round, very much Bubble Sea inspired. I'm also taking my inspiration from Melanie Martinez because they just released their Portals album. The character that she's using for this album is a fish monster kind of thing. It's pink and it's got white swirls around the eyes, and I feel like that is going to be perfect for a Pisces look, not only because it's a fish, but also because it's got that same colour scheme that I'm going for. So I'm really going to be drawing from that today. I really like the shape that I did. I kind of did little balls on the ends of some of the flicks just to make it look more like a wave turning over, because when a wave turns over it kind of gets more foam at the top. So I feel like that kind of gives those vibes. I'm not really sure if it reads fully, but that is what I'm going for with this. And now that that is laid down, we're going to go in with some colour. As I want to have a very pastel eye, I'm going to go with my Elva 2 palette. This is from Odin's Eye. I tend to use this palette more for cosplay things. And what I want to do is I want to kind of stick to the blues, greens, and then use a pink as a nice pop. So I'm going to start out with this one here. This is a green shimmer, just to put it on the front of my eye. As when I was researching Pisces, the main colour that was coming up a lot was seafoam green. I feel like seafoam green is probably a little bit more of a blue colour than this, whereas the colours they were presenting were very much this very pastel green. So I feel like this is a good fit for what I found online. But to bring in that more seafoam colour, I'm going to go with this one here, which is very fitting because it's called Blue Bubble, and I'm just going to extend this out across my lid. I'm not going to go to the end of my eye just yet. Now, while I don't think Pisces is very fitting for me colour-wise, I do think it's very fitting in other ways. Pisces are very emotional, which is very much true to me, and Pisces' symbol is two fish, and I'm an identical twin, so I feel like that fits really well. I know that there is a sign that is twins, but the Pisces is also kind of twins because there are always two fish, so I feel like it's very fitting. Me and my twin are very different. We do have different ending signs. Mine is a Scorpio, like I said before. I'm not sure what their end sign is. I know they're Pisces, something that isn't a Scorpio. Whichever sign is 2 after Scorpio, I believe, is what they have. I honestly cannot remember the order of the star signs. I'm not an expert on this topic, but because we have that last one that's really different, it kind of explains why we're very different despite being identical twins and having the same star sign. Star signs are very interesting. I should get into reading them a little bit more because I never read about them despite having friends that are very into it. I just feel like it's a very fun little world that I don't really have time to get into. Not only because this video will be really long if I try and do research on the fly, but also because I don't have time to do the research because I have so much university work to do. But anyway, my rambling is over. We're going to go on to finishing the top of the eye. For that, I'm going to go in with this blue here. I feel like it's a little bit light to go with this one, but it's the only matte blue, so I'm hoping it's going to work out okay. It definitely blends so much better than I thought it would inside the palette. I feel like Odin's Eye is a brand with very good curated palettes. This is the only one I have because I'm not really drawn to these sorts of colours normally, but this palette is so cute and I use it more than I thought I would when I got it. So if you're interested in very neutral and very pastel colours, Odin's Eye is a really good company, and they're also from Scandinavia, which is nice because I don't really know any of the makeup brands from Scandinavia, so it's cool to have this. I really like it. Now that this eye is all finished, I'm going to do the other eye off camera, and then I'm going to come back and add a little bit of pink. I am so happy with how this is turning out so far. I feel like it looks really cute. I'm now going to go in with that pink that I wanted to do. So for the pink, I'm going to use this one here. This is a really good blush colour. I've used it multiple times in videos before. I absolutely love it as a natural blush. And I want to do a very cute style blush, so I'm going to just put it across my nose, trying to keep it very harsh but also quite subtle at the same time, if that makes any sense whatsoever. I just feel like the more it looks like a sunburn, the cuter it looks. I'm also going to go with the same pink on my lips just because I feel like it will bring it all together a little bit. And I don't think these colours would work very well as a lip colour, especially with a look with a lot of white in it. I feel like a pink lip is really going to bring it all together. This colour also also makes my lips look quite natural in colour, which I feel goes really well with Pisces because the colour palette is very much natural colours you find in the ocean, and this is very much a coral colour. I am so happy with how this is turning out. We're going to lock it all in with setting spray. I'm not going to use mascara because even though my eyelashes are very much dyed by the pigment, I really like that you can barely see them. I feel like it makes my eyes look more ethereal. I'm not quite sure why. If I had white mascara, I'd go in with that, but this eyeliner doesn't really work very well for that. I've tried it before, it just looks really strange, so we're going to leave it like this. This means that I am on the final touches, which is highlighter. For this, I'm going to use my Drama Queen palette. It is my favourite highlighter. I'm going to go with this colour because it's the more natural shade for me. And I'm going to put it down my nose, quite a lot on my cupid's bow, and then a light dusting across the cheeks. I want it to be very natural but also very glowy. I feel like this highlighter is perfect for that. And with that, this look is all done. I really do hope you like it. I think it looks really pretty. It's quite different from what I normally do, but I want to try and do more pastel looks because I do own quite a few pastel clothing, like this t-shirt that I'm wearing. So I think it'd be fun to try out more pastel looks in the future. If you do want to see that, please let me know down below in the comments. That would be really helpful for me. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. If you did like the video, give it a like, comment down below what else you'd like me to do, and subscribe as I post a new video every single week, and I'd love to see you again. But until then, bye! I say that so fast, it comes out really jumbled. I'm sorry if you can't understand what I'm saying, because I honestly don't know what I'm saying either.